Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak. So now, for today's episode, I feel like it'd be best for me to go ahead and take a little bit of a vocal break here from now, but just one more thing to talk about really quick, because this time I'm actually going to be talking about a specific department store that offers some pretty good furniture in pretty good prices. I've never actually been to one of these before, but if you look down at the title, then well, it's pretty clear what I'm going to get into. The famous yellow and blue IKEA. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about IKEA lately, so you know what? What more appropriate way do I have to join in on that little topic right there, or discussion, than to simply make an HJN episode about IKEA itself. Now, of course, there's probably some people out there who don't even realize what the store is, so I might as well talk a little bit about it. IKEA is, in fact, a department store that sells furniture, as we all know, but just in case people don't know, that's exactly why I'm going to talk a little about it in general. But if there's one thing that does distinguish IKEA from most other department stores that are basically known for selling furniture, including others like Steinhafels, Penny Mustard, Pure One Imports, which is actually closing by the way, and others here and there. IKEA is in fact one of those types that happens to sell more cheaper type of furniture, but not all the time. I mean, they do sometimes have the more, well, expensive variety out there, but in general they do try to give us some of the standard types of furniture that we usually have in living rooms or bedrooms or some other rooms, in fact, depending on what you have in your home that you will need to replace at some point. But IKEA in general, other than the fact that it has a really nice remarkable color scheme of blue, yellow, and white, which is very similar to Best Buy, by the way. A lot of its stores are colored in blue and yellow and black, usually, but sometimes white does appear on it. But aside from that, IKEA is in fact the department store that is actually sparking up a lot of conversations lately, and has actually managed to get itself a little reference point in the new Scooby-Doo movie, which is not so new now, because it came out about 2 months, going on 3 months ago, but nevertheless, what else could I say about it in general? Well, there were a couple times where I have actually gotten furniture from IKEA. I've never actually been inside of an IKEA in my whole life, but that doesn't mean that I haven't had furniture from it. Whether if it was from a rummage sale that I've gone to, or elsewhere, basically a discount area where I could buy some of this furniture for even cheaper than I usually would, then specifically that is how I would get IKEA branded furniture. And supposedly, it actually does the job most of the time. It serves its purpose well to act as storage units and the like, because of drawers and bunkers and the like sometimes. Or, of course, there are some other ways here and there. There's nightstands, there's some other pieces of decorations, and many other things that they also offer. But you know what though? Other than all that, I feel like IKEA probably would become a really big topic in recent history. Especially given to the fact that some people have actually had problems with some of their furniture because they think it's too cheap and it's too, like, awfully made. I mean, the construction for it is not necessarily a big problem, especially if it works correctly most of the time that you have it, just so you can get your money's worth. But I don't really know about you, but I can't really say that my IKEA furniture, and I have actually had quite a few pieces of furnishings lately that probably aren't going to make it that much longer, but you know what? I guess there's not a whole lot I could do about it anyway. I could try and reinforce it the same way James Rolfe did on the Cinemassacre YouTube channel back in April of 2020, but you know what? There's probably a lot of other mitigating factors surprising about it. Though that does raise a lot of other questions, so I feel like it's probably best if I just go ahead and leave it for the time being. But if you want to see more, go down my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.